Hi, my name is Kate White. I am the founder of the Psychology Specialists of Maine DBT program, and also one of the group leaders. And I'm here to talk to you today about our DBT skills groups and answer some questions that you might have about the content of our groups and structure, how they work, how we do things here at PSM. So, DBT, dialectical behavior therapy. This is a form of therapy that does include a skills group component, which is what we're offering here as part of our program. And this is a weekly skills group that is really oriented towards people who have had long-term difficulties with intense emotions and difficulties in their relationships. So the kinds of concerns that often bring people to our group are things like depression or anxiety, anger, irritability, um, sometimes thoughts about self-harm or other destructive behaviors, impulsivity, and general relationship distress. The members of our group, we do require that in addition to attending the weekly skills group, you're also participating in at least twice monthly meetings with an individual therapist. And that therapist would remain your primary point of contact for things like personal crises, as well as developing the skills further, somebody to support you in applying the skills to your everyday life. And the therapist that you work with doesn't have to be a DBT therapist, just willing to kind of be there on your DBT journey. So clients who are wishing to pay with insurance, we are in network, I should say, with Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, Martins Point, Maine Community Health Options, and Maine Health. If you are with another insurance, we also do take clients through self-pay. But if you're wishing to use your insurance and you're out of network with us, for example, clients who are coming with Maine Care, we recommend contacting the Maine Behavioral Healthcare DBT program. And their phone number is 844-292-0111. Let me give you a little bit of overview, though, for the content of our group. So we do follow the traditional DBT skills group format, which means that we move through 4 different modules of content in the group. The sort of base module, or the one that we return to between all the other modules because it is really the basis of DBT, is a set of core mindfulness skills. So mindfulness is a set of skills that helps you to increase non-judgmental awareness of your present moment. Working off of those mindfulness skills, we then have modules in emotion regulation, distress tolerance, and interpersonal effectiveness. So our emotion regulation module reviews skills for building general emotional health, as well as supporting you through difficult emotions, finding different strategies for changing emotions that you'd like to change, and managing difficult emotions in general. We also have a distress tolerance module, which is really for those most intense crisis or very, very painful emotions that you might have, and a set of skills helping you to ride through those hardest times, particularly without doing things that might create longer term stress for yourself. And then finally, a set of skills in interpersonal effectiveness, which is really getting what you want out of relationships, building and maintaining those satisfying relationships. In terms of the structure of the groups, so we do meet every week for 90 minutes. And those 90-minute groups we split between, in the first half, reviewing homework from the previous week. So every week we have homework. The idea being that we can talk about the skills all day long, but if you aren't trying to really apply them in your life, then you won't see the benefits. So the homework is one way to really practice those skills every week. And then we have that opportunity to review homework at the beginning of each session, to hear from each group member about how it went, to provide support, to troubleshoot if you're having some trouble, but also hear from other group members about how they're using the skills so that you can then get better at applying them in your own life. Then the second half of the group is a sort of presentation on a new skill. And in this way, it starts to feel a little bit more like a class in a way than perhaps what you might think of as a traditional therapy group. So we work through the DBT workbook, and we review new skills each week that you're then sort of building into your set of skills that you're learning. In addition to the homework each week that's focused on the new skill that you're learning, we also have every week a diary card that you fill out. And this is a way to track your moods and emotions over time. Maybe get a sense for patterns, kind of get used to checking in with yourself in this way. And then also tracking your skills used so you can see what skills you're using, which ones seem to be working for you, things like that. The groups are comprised of 8 to 9 members and have 1 or 2 group leaders. Right now we have a couple of all gender groups and then also a couple of groups that are women only. And yeah, so like I said, kind of a mix of definitely some support from group members, but also a lot of skill learning. So in that way, a little bit more like a class than perhaps a traditional therapy group. Now, if our groups sound like something that would be of interest to you, you can reach us through phone at 607-4022, or you can submit an inquiry on our website. And in either case, you'll receive a call back or an email back from Valerie, who's our client coordinator. She's very knowledgeable about our DBT program, and she can answer any other questions that you might have, and also set you up for an intake with one of our group leaders so that you can tell us a little bit about yourself and also learn a little bit more about the group program and make sure that it's something that you would like to do. Our groups take about 6 to 9 months to get through all of the modules, so we do ask that when you begin the groups, you really come in with that intention of committing to the full 6 to 9 months or so to get through that material. And I think that's most of the kind of primary information that I have for you today. But if you do have any more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at 607-4022. Again, Valerie can answer questions that you might have there. And we look forward to welcoming you into the group if you choose to join us. Thank you. Bye.